It says a dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. Okay.
Oh man, high stakes. Yeah.
Hey Bookworms! It's Mom, aka Sarah.
And Char.
And today we're bringing you guys a book haul.
Yes, another one. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited, y'all.
As you guys can see, this is a book haul. We actually bought, this is a new book haul. We have books here from Indigo that I purchased, as well as books from BookOutlet. I know a lot of you guys notice that we do a lot of thrifting on this channel, and that is the truth, but when we do thrifting, we're selective of certain books that we're willing to pick up there, and the quality, of course. And then there's certain books that we like to purchase new. We've seen some of your guys' comments about for those of you guys who aren't like really big thrifters, because you just love new books and love to have your books in like
just like good condition, or like the best condition possible.
Yeah,
guess,
like
right?
yeah, they like the mint condition, but
yeah.
books in mint condition. Yeah, we like that too. So when we do go thrifting, we are looking for like A1 books, like perfect condition books.
Exactly.
Well, kind of, you know what I mean. But that being said, we also like new book shopping as well. We just have to be more mindful of it, because if you're not familiar with us, we do live in Canada, and the books here are not cheap. Okay, so most of the times when we try to buy books, we try to wait until we get our discounts, or when we shop for birthdays. Exactly. Or I mean, kind of lying there, because we do our shopping in between too, but we're trying to be more conscious just because the books are so expensive. So there's very particular ones that we like to buy brand new. Anyways, that said, the first one that I'm gonna unbox in here are books that I know I can't even get here in Canada. That's like the funniest thing. This,
right?
Yeah.
Like,
so when I open it, I will explain further with that. The one in here is actually just books for me, and this one is actually mostly books for you. There's gonna be books in there for me too.
Yeah.
But let's get into it, okay? So we're gonna start by opening it. I've been so tempted to open this all week long.
I know, it's literally it's been sitting there at the front. We've gotten this like 2 weeks ago?
No, it's been sitting there for a hot minute. It's been sitting there for a bunch of days. Look guys, can you guys see what it is? Okay, let me get them out. Oh my gosh, okay. Ooh, the cover, girl.
Can you believe that? Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's gorgeous. So the set that I ended up getting, the books I ended up getting was this set. It's called Long Shot, Block Shot, and Hook Shot. It's the Hoops novel. It's the Hoops novel set by Kennedy Ryan. This set is not, well, I don't want to say it's not available in Canada, because I actually ended up buying it from Indigo in Canada, which is essentially like the Barnes, I was gonna say the Barnes equivalent, because we don't have Barnes here. So we had what we call chapters. I know people might still be familiar with chapters, because there are still chapters around, but our chapters has been converted to an Indigo, and that's where we go and do our main shopping. Can you guys see it? So anyways, long story short, I've been eyeing these for a while. If you guys haven't been hearing me as of late, I have been so obsessed with Kennedy Ryan. After reading Before I Let Go, I was hooked. So then I went on kind of like a little escapade in search of like all her other books. I went on to get a bunch of her other books, and the next one I got was This Could Be Us. I have that one on my TBR. I just got my hands on that not too long ago. So I ended up getting that, and then I have been just been checking out all her series. I came by this one, absolutely love it. I actually read this one on my Kindle and also listened to the audio. Oh my goodness, love, love, love. Kennedy Ryan is just so up there for me as of late, so I'm just really, really, really pumped. I actually want to get my hands on a few of her other series, and I'm realizing here in Canada I won't be able to get them, because we only have the mainstream ones. I think she's just starting to enter our library, enter our bookstores. To be fair, the main two that I saw there were the two latest ones. Yeah, the two main ones, Before I Let Go and This Could Be Us, and then there's these three, and I made sure I checked and checked and checked, and it's nowhere to be found. So usually I end up having to go to Amazon to pick up the other once. That's where I order most of my books, I would say, because the prices are pretty bang on with. You guys, so before I continue, I want to let you know I recently went into Indigo. I took my kids there for a minute and then I ran over to the section to check out what was new. And guys, look what I found. I just told you that Kennedy Ryan was nowhere to be found inside of Indigo. And I've asked around because I only saw the two books that recently came out. If you guys remember, I just started reading in January. So before I let go and her new one were the only two. And when I asked around, people acted like they weren't quite sure and they didn't know anything about whether or not she'd be coming here. And it's only a few months later and this happened. How crazy is it? Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I didn't get any today, but I will be back because I am in love. This is exciting.
So cute. The color scheme.
The
It's
color
just
scheme.
Everything.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Very excited. I can't believe I'm actually halfway done this.
Right?
I'm going to be so sad when it's done, but I'm excited to just these are ones I will reread. I've never said that. Like I keep guys, just know that when you find a good book, at least this is from my experience. Look at me talking like I'm an expert all of a sudden. I just know that over the years, whenever I've read books, a lot of them are like one and done.
Yeah.
I'm not one to really go back. Like I've never been that person. Like I see you and Dad do it a lot and you guys will go back through and reread your parts. I'm like,
yeah.
Girl, I saw you with that book like 2 months ago. I saw you with that book, you know, like how long ago, and you can go back and reread parts and you're like grinning like you've never read it before. That's never been me. So up until I read like some of Kennedy Ryan's books, and I just felt that feeling like, oh my goodness,
you found what you've been looking for all your life.
Like, I will read this again. Like I'm telling you, when you find that book, you will know, because you will know that you'll want to read it again. Like trust me. And then another one that I picked up recently, this is The Fury. I picked this up at Indigo. I've been hearing a lot of things about this one. This is like a mystery. This is a tale of I think it's a murder mystery. I didn't hear too much about it because I have just been really enjoying going into the books blindly. As you guys have heard me say before, I find that it enhances my experience. Yeah, it enhances my experience on a whole. And as I'm going through the book, and it's just like so captivating because it's like, what? Like everything to me is like new and shocking and intriguing because I didn't know what to expect. So I've heard a lot of great things about this. I'm just learning more and more. So I saw this when it first came out and it was on paper, but it was on hardcover. Guys, I'm not the biggest lover of hardcovers. Just, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I'm just not. So I'm glad I actually waited. I waited for some time until it came out on paperback, and then I saw it at Indigo. You can see the Indigo, not Indigo, I saw it at Costco because that's when we're doing our grocery shopping. Yes, your girl should be focusing on the shopping, but I can't help myself but go to the little book section that we have because it once was huge and now it's very condensed. But very glad that they keep bringing in like these newer releases, and they're selling them for a great price. So grab my hands on that. I don't mind picking up a lot of the mysteries at like little thrift stores too, because thrillers and mysteries and stuff, those to me I seldom reread. I found like there are things that I don't know, because you kind of understand the story. It's not like, I don't feel as connected to those kind of stories.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like, yeah, you read the thriller for the experience of it, but you're not going to experience it the same way as the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
And it's not like a romance. It's not like a romance. Well, thriller romance. I don't know. Okay, let's bring over this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind picking up a lot of the thrillers because I find that a lot of people are like that too. They just read it once and they send it to the thrift store. Most of the times they're in A1 condition, mint condition.
Honestly, and that's why we have such a big thriller section in our thrift store. Mm-hmm. Like there's a whole like maybe aisle for it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, honestly.
Time to open box number 2. This is our second big this is our second, what do you call it, book outlet unboxing. After discovering them, and realizing that the prices are not too far off from the thrifting, I generally kind of check there first before I go on the hunt. So, you know, and if I see the book at thrifting, it's got to be in like mint condition if I'm gonna try to save $1, because that's basically what I'm saving, $1 outside of buying it brand new.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm prepared. Okay,
show them.
Y'all, Reggie and Delilah's Year of Falling.
That's a beautiful cover. Isn't that different though? It's a little bit pink. Isn't it a little bit more pink?
Maybe it's like, yeah, I love the vibrant pink.
I love the vibrant
pink.
pink.
It's beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
That is so cute, y'all.
Yes.
I'm so happy with that.
And then, oh, and then there's this one, Soul of the Deep. We got the first book. What was the first one?
Skin of the Deep?
Skin of the Deep?
Oh, Skin of the Sea.
Skin of the Sea. We got the first book. We've yet to read the first one, but we got the second one. These are very short reads, actually. They don't seem very long. Yeah, they're like 285 pages.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyways, the covers of these are gorgeous, and I have not, this is a fantasy, right?
I think so, yeah. Like, she's like a mermaid.
I believe this is a fantasy. I haven't read a fantasy, so these, I was like, you know what? Let me try to get myself into them. And so these are books that we're both going to be reading, and yeah.
It's so cute, the cover, y'all.
This is beautiful.
Right?
Yeah. And the price, like 25, guys, like I was saying, if I were to buy this brand new in stores, it would have been $25.99, but I'm not even sure if this one was in Indigo. Did we ever see it there?
No, I haven't seen it in Indigo.
No. Okay.
I'm excited to read that series though.
The next one that we got is
Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. And guys, I read this one already, right?
You guys have actually seen this book a few times on our channel now, because I think Charlotte shared it. You showed it on audiobook.
Yeah.
And then you rented it from the library.
So many things, honestly. It was such a good book, honestly. 4.5.
And then you said, so because she rented it, you're like, you have to own it.
I have to own it. It was a great book. And
yeah.
Like, you guys have to read this one.
So now I don't have to. I think we still have the copy from the library here. I can return that now. It's not like urgency for me to read this one before like my actual TBR, because that was the big rush.
Exactly. Yeah. The next one, y'all, is Love Radio. Oh my goodness, look at that cover, Mom.
And that's by let me shift this. And that's another one that you've also rented before, but you never finished?
I didn't finish it. I got like maybe like a third of the way through.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't get to finish it. It was a really good storyline though. I liked it a lot, and so I'm really happy to get to finish it.
Oh, the cover is so cute.
I love it, right?
Yeah.
I
love the girl's braids. Oh man,
right?
They captured that so well.
So cute. So the guy, he has a literal love radio where he gives people relationship advice.
Oh.
And he's looking to actually find a good person to, you know,
for himself.
For himself. But like, how do you run a radio show about relationship advice and you're not even in a relationship?
Isn't that like the movie we watched yesterday?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh my gosh, we just watched this cute little rom-com last night, and it was, what was it called?
It was called Spring Breakthrough, I think.
Yeah, Spring Breakthrough, and it was just like at random. It's kind of like a Hallmark, but so like we're not knocking Hallmark because we love those, but this one was so much better, so fun, and so just like it was perfect, like so good. So, and there was like there was an individual in there like that giving like love advice. Was it the mom giving love advice and stuff, and she hasn't been in a relationship herself for a very long time. So it was just ironic, but
right?
Nice.
Really excited to read this.
Okay guys, so I just got my hands on Fourth Wing. I've heard a lot of good things about this, and once again, I haven't read fantasy book in a long time, but I am trying to expand my genre. I have read those types of books to the kids here and there, but I haven't dabbled in it in the way that they have. And this one in particular is around dragons, and that's going to be different. The last one that I read was like, it's a Hobbit. The Hobbit's a fantasy.
The Hobbit's fantasy.
Yeah, so
for sure.
The last one I read was The Hobbit, I think, maybe going that far back. The Hobbit, I read that for university, and I really enjoyed The Hobbit. That's one that I actually have read multiple times, even though I don't reread books twice, but I actually had to reread it multiple times. It was for school every time, and because I had to write papers on it. But yeah, that's like the last fantasy one I read, so I wanted to give this a go. It says a dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. Okay.
Oh man, high stakes, y'all.
Yeah, so yeah, let me know if you guys have read this one at all, but it's been out for a minute and I'm very pleased that I found it here at Book Outlet. Like I said, I'm not as always the biggest lover of hardcovers, but honestly for certain books like this,
yeah,
I don't mind.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
It's like I was at the dentist office and my hygienist was like, I love Four Thing, and she was telling me that she's like, I'm reading Iron Flame right now and it's one of my favorite series ever, and I'm like, Mom should read that.
That should. And the thing is, I saw it at Costco when I was picking up the Fury. I saw the Iron Flame was there and I was so tempted to get it, but I was like, I haven't gotten book 1 yet. So I went hunting for book 1 and now I'm not trying to figure out what I will do for book 2. Will I wait for it there? My hopes is I should have this read and then I could, by the time it moves out of like the main store, well, I don't think it move out of the main store, but soon enough it'll be on Book Outlet and I can pick it up there too.
Right?
That's my hope. So one other book that I got, which is for the kids, is The Wild Robot Escapes. My hubby is actually currently reading The Wild Robot to my daughter and my 3-year-old, who's really listening. He's not really listening that much, but my daughter absolutely loves it. It was like a book about a robot. She is kind of like a girly girl. You think she's a girly girl? She really is, right?
Yeah.
But so she kind of thought she wasn't gonna love a book like this. But oh my gosh, guys, if you check this book out on like Amazon, the reviews are crazy. There's like 11,000 I think reviews and it's like all 5 stars. So she thought she was gonna love this book, but she ends up loving it and asks for it all the time. Just kind of a suggestion out there if you have little ones. She is 6 years old, so it is like a perfect age for, I don't know, 6 years old and up, because the story is really captivating. My husband likes it too as he's reading it, so yeah, definitely check that out. And then there's this one that I picked up for both myself and for Charlotte. Have you seen this one?
No, I've never seen this one before.
No? The author who wrote this is Joya Goffney, I believe is how her name is pronounced, and she's the same one that wrote Excuse Me While That Ugly Cry. And I really like that one. I gave that one a solid 4. 4.5 stars, and so curious about this one and excited to try it. And I think probably Charlotte can read this one too. I know, right? Ooh, okay. So the next one that I got, is Too Late by Colleen Hoover. I have a bunch of Colleen Hoovers and I haven't picked up too many of them since I have read the first 2. Since I read It Ends With Us and It Starts With Us, just to kind of mix it up. But I know that I will, well, I don't say I know, because I heard that, with authors, they can always surprise you. You'll read a bunch of books. Let me know if you've experienced that, but you will read a couple of books by them and then you read something else and it's like totally random. I've heard that she has moments like that too, but I have yet to experience that. So until then, as of now, I'm assuming that I might like her books. For me, as I read through her books, I know based on certain things, some of them have had touchy subjects and triggers and certain things for certain people, and I totally understand that and respect that, because people are entitled to feel however they feel, based on the triggers that they have, based on experiences currently or past or whatever they are. So I totally get it. But for me, I'm not when I read it, I don't take it for me, I just read it for what it is, just because these types of things happen. And so authors write about all types of things, including things that may be triggering and including things that they're just real. Exactly. Right? Real type scenarios. And it's just no different than reading about murders. It's not those scenarios and things are not necessarily ideal, but we do read about them, and the same goes for books like hers. So I'm curious about this one. This is a psychological suspense novel of obsession and dangerous love. The definitive edition of Too Late from #1 New York. Okay, blah blah blah, that's nothing, but I've heard a lot of good things about this one as well. The reviews are mad. There's like, I think this one's like a 4 point something stars.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
from what
wow.
I think I'd seen. So, and I've seen this on a lot of people's shelves. Like even when they're not even reviewing it, I'm like, okay, I see it. Like I see it
Yeah,
in the
see it in the
background. So when I'm watching like book hauls and stuff like that. So I'm curious about this. Let me know if you guys have read this. Glad to have my hands on that one.
Ooh.
And then I picked this one up. Okay, I did not remember that I left this in here. The Perfect Family. Did we see this at the thrift shop ever? No, right?
I don't think so. The title seems familiar, but
Is
I
this
don't recognize
like
the cover at all.
smudge, or is this really how it's supposed
It's like
to be?
It's like
I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is supposed to be like this. I didn't know. I'm gonna check though. This one's called The Perfect Family, and it's by Robin Harding. Yeah.
Oh, Harding?
Harding? Oh, Harding. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a thriller of some kind.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know if the cover is supposed to be like that, but I don't really care. It don't really matter. And then the next one that I picked up is Lady Tan's Circle of Women. Y'all, this one, I came across this one on my own on BookOutlet when I was just like, so I go on there a lot and I just peruse around and review things. I read the little synopsis. I go back to Goodreads. I read a bunch of stuff. I check. Yeah, that's what I do. I basically I stock books. Yeah. This one is about, I remember it being about like this. Okay, let me read it because I don't remember fully. Okay, so according to Confucius, an educated woman is a worthless woman, but Tan, born into an elite family haunted by death, separation, and loneliness, is being raised by her grandmother to be used. Her grandmother is one of the only handful of female doctors in China, and she teaches young Zhen that pillars of Chinese medicine, the 4 examinations, 6 pernicious influences, 7 emotions, and that the body is a reflection of the cosmos. Okay. From a young age, young Zhen learns about women's illnesses, many of which relate to childbearing, alongside a young midwife in training, Mei Ling. The two girls find fast friendships and a mutual purpose despite their prohibition of a doctor should never touch blood while a midwife comes in frequent contact with it, and they vow to be forever friends, sharing in each other's joys and struggles. No mud, no lotus, they tell themselves. From adversity, beauty can bloom. But when young Zhen is sent to into an arranged marriage, her mother-in-law forbids her from seeing Mei Ling and from helping the women and the girls in the household. Young Zhen is to act like a proper wife, embroider bound foot slippers, pluck instruments, recite poetry, give birth to sons, and stay within the walls of the family compound, the garden of fragment delights. How might a woman like young Zhen break free of these traditions, going on to treat women and girls from every level of society, and lead a life of such importance that many of her remedies are still used 5 centuries later? How might the power of friendship support or complicate these efforts? Lady Tan's Circle of Women is a captivating story of women helping other women. It is also a triumphant re-imaging of the life of a woman who was remarkable in the Ming Dynasty and would be considered remarkable today. That's what this is. Oh, sorry. So that's what this is. That wasn't even the exact snippet that I read, but I was just hooked and captivated by her story. I read The Good Earth and back in the day, and I just remember learning about like all the traditions and different things that women, like the Chinese women, go through.
Yeah.
And then there's also a movie that Dad and I have watched too, and it takes place, it's like four generation of Chinese women and them just sharing their stories and their heartaches. It's kind of like this in a way. I can't remember the name of it, but so good. And it's just really intriguing to learn about others' cultures and just how things are, like just the expectation. It gives you more understanding. It's just knowledge. It gives you understanding, and it just gives you also like it gives us a perspective and levels of respect too for one another, because we don't know what it's like to walk in anyone else's shoe. And so just reading things like this as well just kind of opens up our eyes. Very random, but I felt so intrigued. So being a mood reader, I will pick it up when the mind's like, okay, go that one. But I'm so excited, and the cover is really beautiful.
Right.
The woman on there is very pretty, and just all the color. I just love the colors, and the color scheme's really nice. The color scheme is very nice. Yeah. And then last but not least, I got Razor Blade Tears by S.A. Cosby. I have not read a book by this man before, but I heard that this one is really good. It says, it's superb. It cuts right to the heart of the most important questions of our times. And yeah, oh, feel the cover. Feel the cover of this book, by the way.
Oh, wow. I did not expect that. It's all textured.
It's textured.
Like
it's so
rough,
cute.
But like...
Right?
It's nice on your hands, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Nice grip. Wow.
So this one is about, let me see, does it look like a short read?
It looked like a pretty short read. 200.
I like the layout of this one.
It's like 300 pages.
Yeah.
315 pages?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to say it's 320 pages. I looked at the very...
Yeah, and
what
so...
What else did he write? S.A. Cosby?
Yeah, I can't remember what. Author of Blacktop Wasteland?
Yeah, okay, that's the one we saw,
Did we ever see the thrifting? No.
No, we never saw thrifting, but I've heard of that other one.
Yes, yes. Ike Randolph has been out of jail for 15 years with not so much as a speeding ticket in all that time. But a black man with cops at the door knows to be afraid. The last thing he expects to hear is that his son Isaiah has been murdered, along with Isaiah's white husband, Derek. Ike had never fully accepted his son, but is devastated by his losses. Derek's father, Buddy Lee, was almost as ashamed of Derek for being gay as Derek was ashamed of his father's criminal record. Buddy Lee still has contacts in the underworld, though he wants to know who killed his boy. Ike and Buddy Lee, the two ex-cons with little in common other than a criminal past and a love for their dead sons, band together in their desperate desire for revenge. These hardened men will confront their own prejudices about their sons and each other as they rain down vengeance upon those who hurt their boys. Yeah. So it sounds like this, honestly, it's really sad. You know what I mean? Like, this story is like, it's really sad, but just like they said, it sounds like it's gonna be somewhat gut-wrenching to it. Like you know, the parents having to go trying to seek revenge or discover what happened, but it sounds like the ending is also gonna be powerful with them like bonding somehow, you know,
exactly,
through their pain and their loss. So yeah, I've heard that this one is really, really good, and yeah, definitely one that I want to read. It's it doesn't look like a very long read. The cover is beautiful, and yeah, is this a suspense? It's a roaring full throttle thriller, crackling with tension and charm. Yeah. So yeah, this is a thriller, guys. And you guys know I've been getting into a lot of them. S.A. Cosby, is that black author, I believe?
Yeah. He's a picture of the back.
Is that him? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of looks like my brother. Yeah. And so yeah, S.A. Cosby is another black author, and like I said, I'm constantly finding new black author to kind of also add into my like I read books from everyone, but it's really nice when I find others that are like, you know, from other black authors to add to my bookshelf. So very excited, and that is it. That's it for our book haul, guys. How did we do?
I I think we did good. I think we did good.
Yeah, we
Should you
did.
just show them?
Oh my gosh, the book stack. The book
I'm so
stack.
happy.
Oh my gosh, the book stack is huge.